Community veto, the right to say no. Community veto, the right to say no. Community veto, the right to say no. Community veto, the right to say no.
Community veto, the right to say no. Community veto, the right to say no. Community veto, the right to say no.
This event is part of a multi-state coordinated action asking for community veto power over harmful projects that the natural gas industry is proposing. Fracking, pipelines, compressor stations. There are communities all over Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia participating in this action at this time, on this day.
This is why we're here today, to safeguard America's resources.
For a corporation like Mountain Valley Pipeline to override the rights of private citizens to their land, safety, and quality of life is unacceptable. Private citizens should have say in decisions regarding issues that impact their communities and their lives. Corporations should not profit at our expense.
But the route's not final yet, so we may be spared from the pipeline. But what about your land? What about your land? How about your land?
We have resolutions from Montgomery County's Board of Supervisors, as well as the town of Blacksburg, refusing to allow construction of the pipeline through their jurisdiction, as well as Giles County. They have also joined in passing a resolution saying no pipeline through our jurisdiction.
Floyd County citizens were alarmed when the Mountain Valley Pipeline seemed likely to lay a long scar across places we hold dear.
Continental Divide runs right down the middle of Floyd County, so our headwaters on the high plateau run into the Roanoke River, the Dan River, and the New River. They feed 3 major watersheds, 28 counties, over 10,000 miles of rivers and streams. So if there was damage done to our water table here in Floyd, it would have a tremendous impact on the region. I think that had an effect. I think that the strong and vocal and early opposition had an effect. This is unprecedented. The uprising that they are seeing in this region right now, even the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission is saying, uh-oh, we have a problem, because there are so many people rising up and saying, we deserve the right to say no. This is my private property. No, you don't have the right to survey. No, you don't have the right to put a 42-inch fracked gas pipeline that is not going to benefit me or my community on my land. And with enough people saying that and enough pushback, there is no way that they're going to be able to build this pipeline.
In rejecting the Mountain Valley and other pipelines in our backyard and in all backyards, we take steps towards an era when carbon fuels no longer threaten our planet with runaway overheating and the consequences of extreme thermal and chemical changes to which 7 billion people and their crops will not adapt. We insist that communities hold the rights to offer their children a future in place, that they be able to judge what is best, the best use for their land and for the commons they share with all.
Get voices together. Make a noise. That's the one way you can have an impact on your politicians.
There are things on the local level that can be done that would be helpful.
Absolutely. I've seen it in Montgomery County, in Giles County, and in Roanoke County. They have all passed resolutions in opposition to this project. So I believe that as well as local government, local citizens also deserve a say in this. And so we need community veto power. We need the right to a local popular referendum.
We live in a democracy. The localities ought to have a choice, and local Americans, you know, the right to private property, you know, as Thomas Jefferson said, it is the basis of American democracy. And you can't give private companies who are going to do no public benefit for the American people, long-term public benefit, to permanently give land away that belongs to a private property owner to a private company so that it can enrich itself.
Community came together today against the pipeline and for community empowerment, for the right for us to decide what happens in our community. And so that's one of the things that I really think is beautiful about today.
Save our water, save our water, keep our land, keep our land. Save our water, save our water, keep our land, keep our land. Save our water, save our water, keep our land, keep our land. Save our water, save our water, keep the money out. Community veto, the right to say no. Community veto, the right to say no. Community veto, the right to say no. No eminent domain for private gain. No eminent domain for private gain. No eminent domain for private gain. Save our water. Save our water. Keep our land. Keep our land. Save our water. Save our water. Keep the money out. Keep the money out.
We know that there are going to be benefits. We know that we are going to be putting our community in grave danger if the pipeline actually explodes. And so we as a community have the right to say no. I think every community should have the right to say that, to be able to say no. No pipelines.
Save our water. Keep the money out. Save our water. Keep our land. Save